Now, it's no surprise that virtually all prospective students are always interested in some form of scholarship or financial aid as they apply to schools in the United States. There are several scholarship options available depending on the school you applied and how much effort you've put in searching for scholarship. So this slide, I'll explain some of the options available for you when applying for scholarship, both as an undergraduate or a graduate student. The first on the list is sports. As you search for your school, you may do well to check the sports page of the school's website and see the sports the school engages in to find out which one you are excellent in. Once you can prove how good you are in a particular sport, you stand a chance of even having full scholarship, provided you keep your grades up to a certain extent and you prove how good you are in that sport. Most international students have gotten the opportunity of quality education in the United States just by being good at a particular school sport. So that's one option. Volunteering. Depending on the school you apply to and your history of volunteerism, once you have all these documented, you stand a chance of getting some form of financial aid from some schools. These are the things you state clearly in your application process. As voluntary associations you belong, the activities you took part in, you can document this in your application as you send it down to the school for those that may consider volunteering as an option for getting scholarships. Now, for international students, you might also do well to inquire from your Ministry of Education if they have scholarship options for your countrymen and women who intend to study in the US. Most times, if you don't ask, you wouldn't know. If you don't make inquiries, you wouldn't know the options you have available to you. Also, there are foundations. Several foundations offer scholarships to particular disciplines, particular nationals from certain countries. There are so many foundations and there are so many options they have in form of scholarship, stipends, financial aid. So you do your research. You have the Bill Gates Foundation, the Fulbrights. There are so many. You just make your inquiries. You search by the discipline you're doing or by your country on the internet through Google. You may come across some foundations that may sponsor you. And in the case of foundations and governments, most times those scholarships are awarded after you have proof of admission, not when you are still in the application process. There's a clear proof that you've gotten admission. This is usually one of the criteria for getting scholarships or financial aid from governments and most foundations. Now, for departments and faculties. Some departments make provision for some form of scholarships too, or some form of financial aid. So you may do well to make inquiries as you are searching through the school's websites, sending emails, making inquiries. You will come across these options. Like stated earlier, for graduate students, direct communication with faculty members is usually one good way of getting financial aids in the form of research assistantship or teaching assistantships. Most times, these monies that are granted to you will cover your tuition and other expenses. Alumni Office, it's a great avenue to get some form of financial aid. It is very important you contact the Alumni Office. This also is open to current students already enrolled in one program or the other. Most alumni, graduates of that institution, create some kind of money set aside for particular reasons, maybe for the department they graduated in, or from some form of mini foundation for a particular cause, maybe female cause, disability. Just depends on what the alumni specifically wants the money to be used for. So you make well to contact the alumni association once you get enrolled, explain yourself, and you will be told of the options available to you and the deadlines and when to apply and when to expect your money if you qualify for the assistantship or the financial aid. Associations. Even after you enrolled in a program, almost all programs have associations outside of the higher institution. You name it. Microbiology association, dentistry association, languages, you name it. Make well to associate with them. Usually they have a student membership option, and from time to time you'll see the stipends or scholarship options they have on their website. So you make well to keep in touch with the association of the discipline or the course you are enrolled in. It's another good way to get some form of financial assistance. Also, not mentioned here, like religious bodies, they have some form of financial assistantship for students in their fold. If you belong to any, when you get admitted and you are a student, you may do well to indicate interest and avail yourself of that opportunity. There are other several ways you can get some form of financial assistance. Even when you pay for your fees, some schools give you the option of paying in installments. So even if your money is not complete at the point of payment, there are ways you can sign up for installmental payments. It is an other option that may help you in your financial journey as you study in a school of your choice in the United States.